Welcome everybody, welcome back to Wham Fishing here. Today we are well, a couple hours into the drive now. We are heading to Queen City, Lake Norman, North Carolina. I'm a couple minutes away here. Just want to let everybody know. I haven't been here in about 3 weeks. I don't really know what's going on. I know probably relatively same water conditions as last time. I'm headed to a different side of the lake though. I'm heading about a little bit under halfway up the lake. So I'm going to check that out up there and see what all is going on up there. There is a tournament put on by Queen City Kayak Bass Fishing. Queen City Kayak, I think QCKBF, something along those lines. There's a Queen City tournament going on out here. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. If any of the Queen City guys are listening, correct me if I'm wrong on that one. There is a tournament out here next weekend. I'm planning on jumping in that. One of my buddies already signed up. I need to sign up probably later today whenever I get off the water. But I'm just going to check out this end of the lake. I like fishing up here. I fished out here quite a bit whenever I still had my boat. Where I still had my boat, it was a little easier to get to. But I'm going to go check it out today. Mother Nature is not being a fan of us here lately, so 26 degrees out right now, so relatively cold. We're going to see what all that's going to be doing to the fish. Probably slow them down a little bit. I'm going to check a little bit deeper structure and stuff like that, see if I can locate them. But I'm going to be poking around out there. I've got some couple lures, things like that tied on. I'll show everybody whenever I get the boat ramp, but I'm probably going to be trying to catch fish with today. See how much the fish want to work with me on that. But y'all stay with me. I'll be there in just a couple minutes. All right, y'all. So now that I'm out here, kind of got to the rough area, I want to kind of start fishing. I got my 4 things tied on. So I got shaky head, a little 1/8 ounce shaky head. We're gonna do that for some the shallower stuff that I run into. Plus, can't ever really go wrong with shaky head anywhere ever. And then I've got, of course, crayfish crankbait, a little 7 foot diver. That's gonna be for, you know, if I want to get a little bit deeper. This water's a little bit stained, so I'm going to throw that guy around. And then, of course, shad color finesse crankbait, super little finesse crankbait. I'm just trying to find fish right now. I'm not trying to, you know, catch all the fish right now. I just kind of got to find 1 or 2. If I can get 1 or 2 bites, and I can kind of pick it apart from there and find out where the larger fish are. So looking for, you know, 12 to 14 inches to start. And then, of course, the football jig. If I get out there in a little bit deeper stuff, there's some stuff up here in, you know, 20, 30 feet of water. I'll check all that stuff out. So I'm gonna throw this stuff around here. Probably gonna start with the crayfish crankbait right around the bridge, right here. Never go wrong with the crankbait right around the bridge piling. So we're gonna start right over there and see what we can do. Finally, God almighty. Feels like a decent one too. It's out here dragging his main lake points. Please don't be a catfish. And dragging this thing around on the main lake point. I've scanned so many of them, I just said screw it, I'm gonna fish one of these. And my first cast I got bit and he came off. Okay. And now we got this one. Out of 45 feet of water. Let's see if we can make it back down. There we go. All right. There's some fish here. Alright. Took a little bit. Had to get down to the shaky head. But I managed to hook another one. See if he's got any size to him here. I'm looking for like 17, 18 inches. And negative. Negative. You throwing up crayfish? Throwing up half digested crayfish. Oh, God knows. That felt like a giant. God, my. It's about time. Took long enough. I've broken about 3 of them off now. I know they're down there. Kind of like once I hit the right spot, it's just immediate. There's a ton of them down there, though. Little, like, and they're feeding all over the place. Look at that. They're feeding pretty good down there. Just shad guts and things floating all over the place. Get an unofficial measure. I mean, 15.5 incher. From the crappie board. 15.5, 15.5. It seems like there's a bunch of 15.5s here, but if I could put, you know, a bunch of 15.5s together and then scratch up one more somewhere along the way that's 18, 1 or 2 more that are 18, I think it'll be all right. All right, y'all, I'm gonna starting to get to the end of the day. Wind's picked up a little bit, so I think I'm gonna be heading in here shortly. Do want to show y'all something right quick. So on my nice Humminbird Solix here, I've got these little options. I've got this thing called SmartStrike, and what that is computerized map study. So you can see we're out here on Lake Norman, northern end of Lake Norman. What am I fishing for? Spotted bass. Time of year, I'm gonna call it late fall, winter. It's been cold the past couple days and clear. It was calm earlier today and watercolor clear. And then all I got to do, execute search. Boom. Look at that. All that nice purple just popped up on there. And what that is that's just kind of a computerized map study. It kind of breaks down and outlines the high priority areas, the highest percentage areas out here on the water. Kind of breaks it down for you, so you're not wasting all your time running everywhere trying to scan everything and graph everything and figure out where the fish are. Are there fish in all these other areas? Sure, but these right here are the highest percentage areas. Obviously, it's winter time, so you've got your creek channels right here, and then points going right up against the creek channel. Points that are close to the creek channel, sharp drops where the fish can suspend right off of, move up and down whenever the water's cold. I mean, it just makes all that stuff pop really, really well for you. And all you gotta do, there's a boat sitting on that, I wanted to get on that earlier, but all you gotta do is just go over to that purple spot, drive over it a couple times, see if there's fish there, see if there's any structure there, if there's any brush piles, anything like that might hold those fish. And it just makes it so much easier, especially on places that I don't get to fish a ton. I mean, I only fish Norman 5-10 times a year, so having something like this, it just helps me break it down that much quicker. Helps. I mean, I wouldn't have caught most of the fish that I caught today if it hadn't been for something like this. Obviously, I can sit here and look at the map and say, you know, these are good looking areas, these are good looking areas, but having the highest percentage spots already picked out for me makes life so much easier. Just another one of the awesome things about these Humminbirds that I've got here. There we go, right where it's supposed to be. Right out here on the edge of the drop. Didn't mark any fish or anything like that, but I'll take it. Oh gosh. Little guy. 14 incher. I'm about to say, I was like, there's no way it's 75 feet deep here. This thing's sinking like that. Just kept feeding it line, feeding it line, feeding it line, feeding it line. And there we go. Oh, not the size we're looking for though. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, they're all little 15 inchers, but I need like a 16 or 17. Whenever you pull them out of that deep water, they're so bloated. The pressure chains, they're just spazzed up. So that's fishing Lake Norman. Man, that's what it's like been like out here all day. It's good times. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna call it on that. Overall up here is an all right day. I did end up catching a handful of fish, all offshore, way offshore. You know, it's been 3 years since I fished up on this end. So not super familiar with up here. I have fished up here quite years ago whenever I had the boat, but a lot of those areas are miles and miles and miles away from here, where I can't really get to them too easily with the kayak. Can't really bounce all over the lake like I want to in the kayak. But overall, I did find fish. The water temperature being 48 degrees, it being cold front the past couple days, the fish I found were 35, 40, 50 feet of water, all super deep. I mean, wobble head, shaky head, lost a couple on a drop shot. So all that really deep stuff was what I was finding fish on today. I'm sure that there's fish up shallow around here. I tried for a couple hours, didn't get anything of note up shallow. So fish breaking out here. Didn't get anything of note up shallow. So I think I spent a little too much time doing that instead of looking out deep. And whenever I did go look out deep, I think I was looking in like the 20-25 foot range, and I should have been like way deeper. If I had done that a lot sooner, then I probably would have caught some more fish. But everything I did catch out deep, 15 inchers, nothing spectacular. I think those bigger ones are probably suspended or roaming out. I saw tons of people out there live scoping fish all over the place. There's a big tournament going on out of Pinnacle or somewhere today, so tons of people out there live scoping fish. I'm pretty sure that's probably how that one's going to be won. But I think that's where those bigger spots are. So I think next weekend I'm gonna head down and check out down there. I'm just a little bit more comfortable down there. Am I gonna catch more fish? I hope so. I hope I catch bigger fish down there. But I'm gonna give that a shot. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.